pretty good. Kyle Shanahan, previously 0-30 when down 7 or more until now. You know why? Well, Mr. Irrelevant. Here's Brock Purdy's numbers on the final drive. 6 for 7, 47 passing yards, 11 rushing yards, 3 first downs, 2 passing, and 1 heroic Elway-esque run.
Okay.
It's true. And here's a tweet that I got that I wanted to share. There was a very specific set of criteria Nick needed to see from Purdy.
This guy, I blocked this guy years ago.
I didn't
He's
block
such
him.
a troll.
And
you put him on the show.
I favorited him.
You should check this guy's Twitter
You
history.
should check the tweet.
It's very accurate.
Facing adversity, green check. Not having all the Avengers. Debo was out. Green check.
I saw the game.
Down in the fourth quarter. Remember you wanted to see that?
Yeah.
Green check. Come from behind and win.
Yep.
He did that too. Green check.
Yeah.
Greg Jennings is here looking resplendent as always. But Nick, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
Do you finally believe in Brock Purdy since he met all the criteria that you laid out for him?
Okay, so I know what you want me to say, bro. In America, and C-bus card guy who made the show. He did it. Exactly what I asked him to do.
Okay,
you didn't even
moving on to
include
the
that
Ravens.
it was raining, and that's hard for him to deal with his tiny, tiny hands.
It is.
No Debo, down in the fourth.
Yeah.
In a big playoff game.
Yep.
He did everything that I asked him to do. You could not have scripted it better.
Nailed it.
So given that, you expect me to be like, I submit.
Well, if you're a man of your word.
Yeah.
You said, that's
Correct.
all you had left to say.
Okay, so I get that. That seems totally fair. The truth is, I watched that game and I thought he was the Niners' biggest weakness for the
Also
vast
not
majority
wrong.
of it.
So he had a bad game. We can agree on that.
I watched the game and I said that Green Bay, if not for some terrible plays by them and some terrible spots by the ref early in the game, should have run away with it. I watched that game and I said that Purdy was trying to throw the game away via pick six multiple times. I watched that game and I thought Christian McCaffrey kept them in it throughout it, and Christian McCaffrey won it for him. And so I watched that game where he did everything I asked him to do at the end, and I came away from it saying, yeah, he's the reason they can't win a Super Bowl. Okay. So listen, I know that makes me a villain, Brew. I know it makes me a bad guy, but I'm not going to sit here and lie. And I think you watched the game, Brew, saying, he's not playing well. He might be the problem. What's Brew grabbing?
Brew's going into his trunk.
What? Oh, he's moving the goalposts? He's moving the goalposts.
Don't give it away. He's trying to.
No, I know what you're doing. He's moving the goalposts.
I'm being Nick Wright.
Yeah.
What are you
I'm being Nick Wright. I'm moving the goalposts.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Nick.
Yeah.
I don't have to say it. Your own words.
Yeah, I said it.
Your own words. December 7th. Let's see it.
What would it take for me to believe the Niners can win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy? For that, I need to see at least one real comeback victory. Yeah. I would have thought.
That was one.
Yeah.
Now, I remember also
I'm as shocked
asking
as anybody.
Going into a game, I remember asking you, if Brock Purdy played great throughout the game, like he has many times and they win, would you be more impressed with that? Or if he played poorly and then when it was time, they needed a drive to win it, he delivered the drive. Which one would you be more impressed with? You said the drive.
Yeah.
So here we go all over the place. Look, Brock Purdy didn't play well. And I do think, I don't know if it's because small hands or whatever, the rain and the wet ball bothers him. Definitely bothers him. All right. Cleveland, his last really bad game that day, same thing. It was wet. It was raining. So that was an issue. However, the dude fought through that. And that last drive, dimes. I didn't need to see this, but I thought you needed to see it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did need to see it.
And it turns out it wasn't enough.
He didn't play great during the game. Don't get me wrong.
All right.
He missed some throws.
Greg, you can be the deciding vote.
He played well enough for them to win.
Look, I believe that he can do what he did in the last drive. However, I'm with Nick. I got right here in my notes, I worry about him being a liability.
Yeah.
What's his record in the postseason?
I don't care what his record is.
Really? Because we care about every other quarterback's record.
But can I talk?
I'm just saying.
Can I talk?
He's 3-0 when
Is it my turn? Is it my
I'm just
turn?
saying. Everybody else is all so the 9-1.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you because we do this with every player. It doesn't really matter, but we're talking about Brock Purdy. Like, I can't not see what I saw. And I understand he had the last laugh because he made the drive. He had the drive that allowed his team to win the game. But he also had several other drives that put his team in a position where he better had done that, because they would have lost because of his performance. So with me, I didn't even want to do that. I'm sorry, Brock, because this is it's not about, I'm not upset with you because I believe that he can be a good quarterback. He's shown that. But I am more concerned and I have more questions revolving around, will he be a liability, than I do of he's going to be the reason why we win the game. Yeah. I don't believe that stronger than I believe the former.
He's a weakness more than a strength.
Can I ask this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about the defense as well? How many they in the regular season, third best rush defense in the league, gave up 140 yards almost rushing. And they lucky that 53-yarder or whatever it was by Aaron Jones late in the game didn't kill them. All right? No sacks. So I'm just saying, Purdy, you can't sit here and say he played a very good game early on. But he wasn't the only reason. No. It was a lot of reasons.
No, I agree with all that.
And he led them to that win.
I also think that if the Niners could choose, they'd let Detroit have the home game next week.
I've been sitting here for 35 minutes.
I know.
Listening to my man across the table run his mouth, drop banners, all of that.
I'm gonna choke.
Talk to him. And my man. I trust C.J. Stroud more than Lamar Jackson in a playoff game.
I said that.
That's what Nick Wright said.
I didn't say that.
Lamar Jackson delivered as I thought he would, as I said he would. The only thing was that would make this better is a sandwich.
Why?
Right here. I want to eat it right now.
This doesn't
with
make
chips
sense. They were
and
at
a
home.
soda pop. But here's what they do. Here's what they do.
Go ahead.
They invite you to their place.
Okay.
Come on over. We're going to have a good time. We're going to go play outside. And then they eat lunch all up in your face and give you none. That's what they do. You don't eat. You come to Baltimore, you do not eat. And I'm not going to disrespect the Chiefs, but the Ravens, this is what they do. Yep. This is what they do. And I think it's going to continue.
That is the type of cogent, all 22-based analysis we've come to expect from the other statesmen
go
of
there
the
if
show.
You want, but
no, this is
all right. I know people probably, because of the comments I had on Purdy, which was nothing but honest. I knew they'd be unpopular, but they were honest.
Yeah.
Would think that I'm a man who has trouble admitting when he was wrong. I do not. I just need to know I was wrong. I was wrong about Baltimore. I did think Houston would win, and at halftime, Greg, I was like, uh-oh. Because I understand people might not think I like Lamar because I didn't believe in the Ravens all year. That's true. Brew believed in them all year. I picked them to miss the playoffs.
Y'all two didn't think they made the playoffs.
That's true. That's all true. But I like Lamar a lot, and I was like, oh no. If they lose this game and it's another number one seed meltdown, the narrative surrounding was going to be ugly and bad. I have massive respect for them. Brew's been right on them, and they are. Listen, the Chiefs have played in 5 of these things prior to this year. 3 times they had a worthy competitor. New England the first time and Cincinnati the last 2. This is a worthy competitor. And so so all props to Baltimore, who I've been wrong about all year long.
Greg, you want to say anything?
Greg.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm not going to lie. The way that C.J. Stroud and that offense had been rolling, I thought that they would put up a better fight. That defense looked great. I think that third quarter coming out, that first drive in the third quarter, it was great until it almost wasn't, and then it was great again. Because Lamar almost threw a pick in the end zone that got dropped, and then he turns around and he has a quarterback draw and he scores, and it kind of broke their back, and then they go on to an easy victory. So I was pretty surprised.
I thought defensively, Wilds, that was the best. I thought the Ravens' defense in that game was the best any team's defense or offense has been in any game this postseason. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.